They're inexpensive, easy to pack, and pack a ton of nutrition in a small package. Eating nuts can be good for your heart. The type of nut isn't that important. Even peanuts are loaded with heart-healthy nutrients. Peanuts are often viewed as unhealthy because they're high in fat.
But a new article in the Journal of the American Medical Association says that fat may actually protect your heart. Dr. Zorba Paster joins us from his clinic in Oregon. Hi, Zorba.
Hi.
So what is it in nuts, specifically peanuts? Because I think peanuts get a bad rap, but they're actually...
Oh, peanuts get a bad rap.
They're a legume.
That's right, exactly. If I could reduce your heart disease by 20% with a food that you could take, you'd say to me, what am I going to eat? What's important? Now, traditionally, we have looked at pistachios. And pistachios, if you look at it here, are a wonderful nut that grow on trees, but they are expensive. I mean, they're much more expensive than the plain, old, ordinary peanut. And this particular study showed that whether it was the peanut or a tree nut, like pistachios or cashews, there was a 20% drop in the heart attack rate and the death rate from heart attacks. And this was a mega study. They looked at people in China, people in the U.S., men and women, whether they had diabetes or didn't have diabetes, whether they exercised or smoked, and they basically said a couple of servings a day, 1 serving or 2 servings of nuts a day, and you can reduce your heart attack risk by 20%. That is astronomical.
What is in nuts that does this?
Well, one theory is that it's the oil that's in nuts. It may be peanut oil. Another theory is that it may be the protein in peanuts. It turns out that peanuts are a high-protein food. They've gotten a bad rap because they happen to be a high-caloric food, but if you take a handful of nuts, it's about 200 to 250 calories. That's as much as a Snickers, so it gives you an idea of what it is. But it's clearly there's something within the nut, or maybe the combination, that makes a difference. And remember, this one comes on top of another study that showed that introducing peanuts early to children may actually keep them from developing peanut allergies. So frankly, this is the time to buy stock in the nuts companies.
No, that study was very interesting because it suggested that if you introduce your child to peanuts within the first year of their life, then the odds of them getting a peanut allergy drastically are reduced. And that's exactly the opposite.
Yeah, that's a 360.
When my son was a baby, we were told don't introduce peanut butter until they are 2 or 3. So it's 180 degrees from what we used to know.
Exactly, and this was a particular study that came out of Israel. It used people who were had a high possibility, children who had a high possibility of developing peanut allergies because mom had them, dad had them, or one of their brothers and sisters, and it turned out there was a 70% reduction in peanut allergies by introducing peanut and peanut products early. So it turns out there's a lot more to peanuts than we ever thought. Earlier in life may actually help from developing a peanut allergy, and late in life might keep you alive. Buy stock in the companies.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. You should always feel like a nut. Zorba Paster, thanks. Good to see you again.
Thanks, Zorba. Good to see you.
Interesting.
Very.